Imagine, if you will, a toy box. But this isn't just any toy box, it's completely empty. No teddy bears, no toy cars, no blocks. Just a big hollow box with absolutely nothing inside. It's like an empty playground waiting for someone to come and play. In the world of science, we have something similar to this empty toy box. We call it a vacuum. A vacuum is like that empty toy box, but instead of being a box, it's a space. And just like the toy box, it's completely empty. No teddy bears, no toy cars, no blocks. But in this case, there's no air, no dust, not even the tiniest speck of anything. It's a space that is absolutely empty. Now, you might wonder, where do we find these vacuums? Well, we find them in places you wouldn't expect, like outer space. The great vastness of space is mostly a vacuum. It's like an enormous toy box with no toys. And just like you can't play with toys in an empty toy box, nothing can live or grow in a vacuum. But don't worry, vacuums aren't scary. They're just different. And they can be very useful too. Scientists use vacuums in many different ways. They can use them to study how things behave when there's nothing around to affect them. It's like seeing how a toy car rolls when there are no other toys in the way. So to sum it up, a vacuum is an empty space, just like an empty toy box. It's a place where there's nothing at all, not even air or dust. We can find vacuums in places like outer space. And even though nothing can live or grow in a vacuum, they can be very useful for scientists who want to study how things behave when there's nothing else around. Remember, just as you can fill your toy box with your favorite toys, scientists can fill the vacuum with what they want to study. But until they do, it stays as empty as your toy box without any toys. So, the next time you see your empty toy box, think of it as your own little vacuum. A place where you can imagine anything you want, because there's nothing in the way, just like in the vastness of space. And that, my friends, is the story of the vacuum. A simple concept, but one that helps us understand so much about our universe.